button. This meeting is being live streamed. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Tribute Talk. Happy Monday. We'll just let people gather on. I don't want my audio to be on. Okay. But yeah, it's Monday. We are excited because we have the usual group here, but we are also joined by someone new. Everyone welcome Christine. We're so excited to have you talk chapters 13 and 14 with us. And yeah, do you want to talk about yourself, how you got into the fandom?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks again for letting me in your group. I feel really special.
We're not special.
You make it special now.
Well, my name's Christine. I have been a Hunger Games fan for a really long time. I read the first book, saw the first movie, and I was hooked. And ever since then have attended all of the midnight showings and read all of the books multiple times. I don't know. I've just always been sold to it. I'm a part of a lot of different fandoms, but nothing quite tops the Hunger Games for me.
Ooh. What are your other fandoms that you're in?
Well, I absolutely adore The Lord of the Rings. That's one of my favorites. I really like Star Wars and Twilight.
Yeah.
And all sorts of other things. And Marvel. I really like Marvel, Harry Potter. So I'm kind of a geek through and through.
It's just fun to be a fan. Like, what do people do who aren't like obsessed with different fandoms? I don't even know.
For real.
Me every day. It reminds me, like literally at work today, all I was talking to my coworkers about was Twilight. Like I only make friends through talking about fandom. So I love it. Okay, but Chase has a very important question to ask you.
Oh gosh.
Talk Mondays. Go right ahead, Chase.
Are the cheese buns sweet or savory?
Oh my gosh.
This is
important. I wish I would have known this question so I could have pondered it longer.
There's only one right answer. So.
Oh, is there? See, I would really hope they were savory.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is the correct answer.
Yes, the only answer.
I gotta go.
Congratulations.
Oh no.
I can't believe I missed a whole second debate on that last week. I was so sad.
Last episode
There's
was
gonna
a
be
little
third
wild.
tonight.
It was good. I really enjoyed just sitting back and listening to it.
There can easily be a third tonight.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
Yep.
in French, we have this expression that translates to never two without three, meaning things happen in series of three. So it might be the third one today.
I mean, it's definitely not the last time that the cheese buns are mentioned, right? So
definitely not.
No, definitely not.
We need
Sadly-
to really get into it when Jessica's on one time. Like,
oh yeah,
because then I'll have
Jessica needs to
somebody to
come
fight
on.
with. It's easy to gang up on one person, everybody.
Especially when you're wrong.
Slander.
There was some slander that I took offense to last week, and that was on the Katniss Chronicles.
Oh my gosh.
That was not
who,
cool.
Who was that?
I wonder.
I don't know. I didn't listen to it again.
I will
Except
not
for
hear
me singing.
anything.
I did go back to when I sang.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, when we were singing, we totally had.
That was a vibe.
Hopefully more singing tonight, more cheese bun talk, all of the above.
Sadly,
I'll
no
try to come up
ballad
with a
talk,
song.
but
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it's
Day
like
number 576 without ballot news.
Nina is like reblogging or like reposting things and replying to people's tweets, and I feel like she really wants to talk about Hunger Games and ballad, but I don't
She's
know.
evil.
Where is it?
it's not coming. We gotta hang in there.
Also, that like
Okay.
weird tweet that she replied to about like casting or something, like having open calls or something. I don't know. I thought that was
What
kind
was
of
it?
weird.
Wasn't she
Yeah,
like
whose
more to
mom?
come or something?
Yeah, I feel like it was about. It must have been about like extras or something
I was
like
supposed to say,
that.
That's why
whose
she
mom
goes
was
out.
asking for a spot?
Mine.
So
I
the
didn't think your
burner
mom
account.
kept up with the Hunger Games.
No, she didn't. It was me pretending to be my own mother. Be like, yeah, that's
Oh.
embarrassing if I asked for somebody else.
Wait, that's the Twitter account's only tweet.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Weird.
I looked at the tweet and it's the only tweet on the account.
What?
It might be someone's burner account.
Just to
Been
ask
there.
about ballad.
Just shameless. I love that. Now I'm going to Twitter to check it out because I don't keep it on Twitter.
Well, maybe we'll get ballad news soon. I mean, I have hope. They got to tell us eventually.
So I
I'm
think
just riding the wave.
I'm gonna complain because I always complain, but at the end of last year, beginning of this year, I was like, they have to do something in theaters for the 10th anniversary. Like they played Twilight in theaters for the 10th anniversary of Twilight. Lionsgate, it's like, what? And it's already like getting to middle-ish of March and there's no news about it. And so it kind of just frustrates me a lot. Like I had higher hopes and higher expectations in this, and I just feel let down.
I feel like the movie re-release situation, though, I feel like they would have done something had it not been for the pandemic. And
Yeah.
nobody's really going to the movies anymore, except for like the big blockbusters. So I feel like that probably
Girl,
was the
we
reason.
can't keep blaming everything onto this. They just don't care about us. It is. They don't care about us.
I'm like trying to come up with an explanation because I'm sad about it too.
No, I was expecting a lot more. Anyway, great start with depressing news. It's fine. We're happy. Oh, another news. If you haven't checked out yesterday's episode, we had
Oh my god.
a new episode with AJ. So everyone go check it out. It's up on anywhere you listen to podcasts or YouTube where you can watch it as well. And yeah, we had a really great time. So
Thank
definitely
you again for that.
Yeah, we could have talked for 5 hours easily.
Easily.
editing. I was literally like, how long? Like it's so fun having these conversations, but then going back and editing, I'm like, we should.
I know.
What we need to do is just go live somehow, all three of us one day, and just talk forever and just see what happens.
Here we go.
That works.
I love that. Okay. Well, does anyone else have any announcements? Jerry, did you announce whoever got the ticket to Onset Cinema?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the winners were announced yesterday.
Ooh, that's so exciting.
Well, not announced, but they were notified.
Sweet.
So yeah.
Very
Going
excited.
to North Carolina.
Oh yeah. Wait, is anyone else besides Emily and I going?
Me.
Hoping.
Tina, you're going, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay, good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
to- Jerry, you gotta be there.
The rest of y'all should
I
come
want to
too.
be there.
Jerry, you're close. Come on.
I am close.
My passport's gonna be delayed, so I can't get there.
Your passport.
Stop.
Oh,
I'm
funny
so
story. When I
close,
was
but it's
little,
like-
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm so close, but it's like the weekend right before school ends, and I don't know, that's always stressful.
Taylor, what? I thought you were coming.
I really want to. It's just like that weekend right before that last week of school, and it's always like so crazy.
Forget the kids. School
still
doesn't
thinking about it.
matter.
I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
Sorry, Chase, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it was a dumb story I had, so let's just forget about it.
Why is it so quiet?
Should we talk about chapter 13?
Let's do it.
We're going back into the arena.
Oh, right. That's where we left off. I missed the iconic line.
Like literally, how did you miss that?
Rip.
Yeah. Why was your sister born last week?
I don't know. Yeah, she's always so inconvenient.
Okay, but yes, we finished last week with Katniss finding out that she is returning to the games for the third quarter quell, and 13 begins with her reacting to that statement and running to the woods, just completely running away.
Well, does she run to the woods or she like runs to that basement, right? Or she
Oh,
tries to run to the woods first.
It is in the movie that she runs to the woods, and then the cellar of one of the empty houses in the Victor's village. Which, first of all, when I read that, I was like, couldn't people from District 12 just like be squatters in those houses? Like, I know that there's probably surveillance, but maybe that's where Lucy Gray survived for so long, was just like in one of
Oh my
those
god.
empty houses.
She just finds Lucy Gray.
Greasy Say.
The whole party is downstairs. Like, oh hey.
Yeah, that's weird that she can just like go into any of the houses.
Mm-hmm.
There would definitely be people in there.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was like, what?
On a random note, if Lionsgate somehow confirms our suspicions that Lucy Gray is Greasy Say, wouldn't that be kind of awkward because they're planning to make Lucy Gray, like biracial, and then but in the movie, Greasy Say's clearly like an old white lady.
Okay, well, you just destroyed my whole argument.
Dang it.
Well, but that's not even Greasy Say, right?
I don't know what a physical description of Greasy Say is.
Wait.
That's
That's what you
uncredited stall lady.
Exactly.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Never mind then.
Yes. Yes.
The theory lives on.
The theory will live on, except now I'm like, wait a second. I just look up Greasy Say, and the first thing I see for images is a Gale picture with a bunch of hearts.
What?
What?
Here, let me send it to
Interesting.
Emily so she can share the screen.
Interesting.
Greasy Say is to Holly as sweet cheese buns are to me. It's
Exactly.
an uphill battle, and even though mine's more realistic, we still fight for it.
Yours is not more realistic. Mine is way more realistic. Susanna's
No.
somebody who drops hints all the time. And so she's somebody who like drops the hints but sets them right in front of you. So you I don't know, you think that, oh, I'm overthinking it, blah 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 blah, but you're not. She's telling you straight to your face. Greasy Say, Lucy Gray, like come on. I will die fighting for this argument. I
That
would
could be true.
anyway, but I'm trying to read about Greasy Say now. Did you get the photo, Emily?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I love it so much. Like that was one of the first pictures that came up.
I know what picture you're talking about.
It's beautiful. I ship it.
Bob Vendor.
I know. Oh, Ben. That's all you get, Greasy Say.
Man, the disrespect.
She never reading according to the Hunger Games wiki, Greasy Say never gets a physical description. So
There you go.
there we go. There we go.
Yeah, but Gary made one for us, so we have to respect him.
Okay. Abby says that she is also on board with the Greasy Say theory.
Abby.
Ooh, and we have a bot. That's fun.
Oh,
What does that mean?
A
Is that
bot.
like click on my page for a $5,000 reward?
Yeah, but they said them today.
Yeah, Chase and I won iPhones last week. It was pretty great.
Yeah, I
Aw,
mean,
I
I don't
got
know
one
I
of
what
those
won
like
too.
century y'all are
twice.
living in, but
that's so exciting, you guys.
I got
Congrats.
another one the other day, Tina. Did you?
Was it the iPhone 13?
I think I got
Yeah.
that one again. Yeah, I've had 3 of them now. So if anyone needs one,
What?
just call. I'll send
Oh
you
my
one.
Oh,
god.
congratulations.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean,
And
I
I
block them
actually have-
every time.
I'll send you my address.
Okay. Send it to the
Yeah,
account
I'll
that
send
sent
it to the
me.
bot. Yeah.
Yeah, and your social security number. I think they asked
And
for that too.
click all the links.
Yeah,
Yeah. Credit card information.
spin the
all that.
wheel and you'll win a prize.
I wonder if they have scams like that in the Capitol.
Definitely.
Hey, sure, the Bellman tribute.
Okay, so chapter 13, Katniss runs to the houses in Victor's village. Victor's village. I'm like, wait, what? And yeah, it makes me feel awful for her because it's the first time that she's really showing emotions that are not being covered up for the sake of cameras and stuff. So really
And
traumatic.
I like that part that she's thinking, I excuse myself from thinking about even those I love most. I think only of me and what lies ahead. And I'm like, good for you. Like, take a moment. Like, you don't need to worry about anybody else. Just, it's fine. Think about how awful it is that you have to go back into this situation, because it is.
Mhm.
Of course, then she pivots like pretty quick and starts thinking about PETA.
Classic. Just proves that she loves PETA.
It does.
And then she shows up to Haymitch's house and says that she came for a drink.
I mean, it's like a good, I think, like moral question when she is approaching him and is like, we need to do anything to save PETA. And she's literally asking Haymitch to sacrifice himself
Mm-hmm.
for PETA, which I mean, like, yeah, he is older, but at the same time, like, how can you go to someone and ask them, hey, do you think maybe you'd go back in and let PETA live?
Which
Like,
she realizes she can't. I mean, because Haymitch is like family now. He's another person that she loves, like, and cares for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Haymitch was kind of putting words in her mouth and going, "All right, so you want me to go?" And she by that point she was already like, yeah, no, she wasn't thinking that at all.
I kind of hate, it's like a line that I always used to really like, but the you could live 100 lifetimes and not deserve him, you know? I feel like that's
Mhm.
really mean from Haymitch. Like,
Yeah.
I read it and it made me really uncomfortable. Like, nobody deserves more or less like love than anybody else. And I don't know, it just really bothered me. It's just too self-deprecating. And I'm like, so PETA is gonna volunteer and be in the arena with Katniss. He wants to protect her at all costs, but Katniss is the same way. Like, she volunteered
Right.
for her sister. Like, there's no, I mean, there shouldn't be any like levels to like love here anyway, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think reading it at first, you're like, oh, it's just like it shows how much PETA like loves her and cares about her. But I do agree with you, Emily. Like, it's not as sweet as it first comes off to be.
Yeah, and I always liked that line. There's not a lot of things, because I mean, I feel like I read the books when I was a little bit older, so there's not a lot of things that I'm like, oh, like I don't like that anymore, or that I think about that differently. But that's definitely one of them.
I don't know about you guys, but I really don't like the way that this scene is really portrayed in the movie in comparison to how good it is in the book.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I just feel like the mood, I mean, obviously it's terrible in both the movie and the book, but I feel like there's more emotion in this scene between Haymitch and Katniss in the book than there is in the movie.
Yeah, I definitely think that's true because some of the only lines we get are the one like you could live 100 lifetimes and not deserve him. And
Right.
he's just like in the movie, he's just so sarcastic and I don't know. I think it because again it's like cut short that you only get to see Haymitch kind of like being mean to her.
Right. And then the whole line about nobody good wins the games. I think Katniss says that in the movie, and that wasn't, I don't know. I just feel like that was kind of, I didn't like that line in the movie.
Is that not a book line?
I thought it was a book line.
Is it like later?
I think it's later on
Yeah, but they put it in the movie there.
Okay.
because I think her and Finnick really talk about it in the games. I feel like
Oh, that's right.
how Pete is
Yeah.
the only one who really is won by chance because he's not evil and everyone else kind of deserved what they got.
Right.
Or not
that's
deserved
true.
what they got, but like did what they had to do to win.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah,
guess
in the
it-
context of this scene, it
Right.
seems out of place. And I think
Yeah.
it ties in with like this other line where it's like, nobody deserves to go back in the arena. Like nobody deserves like not
Yeah.
being loved.
Right. Right.
Okay, here's a question I have for this part. Again, I don't have the right pages, sorry everyone, but they're talking and it's one of the lines that says, kind of says, if it is Peeta and me in the games, this time we try to keep him alive. And then it says something flickers across Haymitch's bloodshot eyes, pain. Do we think that Haymitch knows about the rebel plan at this point? Or does he not know about it?
Never thought about that.
I don't think he would know because isn't he like drunk all the time?
But
Like, don't you have to be like sober for the meeting or?
I feel like for me, I have like two different choices. The first choice is like he does know about it because Plutarch has to have been like underground for years trying to like start something. Like he can't just all of a sudden go against the Capitol, become the head game maker. Like he's been plotting this for a while. And like we always joke about like the underground rebellion meetings in the Capitol, like the secret meetings. So I feel like that would prove that like Haymitch would have to be somewhat in the loop to understand. Like he's going to these clubs. I don't know. They have like this secret group, and Haymitch like hears about it, knows about it. Yeah, you need like what's the password? But then on the other hand, it's like
Sweet.
at what point did they decide to put the victors back into the arena? So is this something Haymitch is just now finding out? So that's why it's like I don't know if Haymitch would have known about the plan yet.
I think
I
it's two
feel-
parts. Oops, sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
you can go.
I was just gonna say I think it's A, he realizes he's gonna have to choose one of them again, and B, I think it's a little bit of guilt from what he did last time where he chose the Pete and Katniss both know that he chose one of them and it was her. So I think it's just guilt and acknowledgement that he's gonna have to help one of them survive and the other one's gonna die. But that's just me.
I think that Haymitch might be aware that something outlandish is going to happen for the games. I don't think that he maybe per se knew for sure, the track that it was going to go, but I think he might have been aware that something big could happen.
Because again, it's not something that could have just happened overnight. Like
Right.
in my head, Plutarch had to have been plotting this for a long time. And then he just saw this as an opportunity to like, I guess, create the rebellion in all districts. So I don't know. It's just like, I want to know what's going on behind the scenes with them planning that from their perspective.
I'm just curious how they would have, how Plutarch would have communicated about all of this. I feel like Haymitch doesn't know until he gets to the capital.
Maybe he sends out Jabberjays.
Oh,
It's just this random bird starts talking. That'd be pretty cool.
Haymitch is hallucinating. He got too drunk.
What are you doing here?
But then I also wonder, like, what if Haymitch had gone into the arena? I mean, like, obviously that's something that we all could have thought of, but like,
Yeah, I feel like the person who is the mentor is going to be the person who's told.
but at the same time, why I will always go off on this. Why didn't we tell PETA? That's a conversation and a debate for another day. But again, PETA could have been told. Anyway. But that was my question. I just wanted to, like, I was curious what you guys thought about.
I feel like he's being genuine with Katniss and like making this plan together, and then he would later in the Capitol be presented with what's actually going on.
Yeah.
And like that's why he
Yeah.
goes back on his word.
Because I think that Haymitch would have had a hard time not communicating with Katniss, because I mean they have a good relationship, and then I feel like, you know, Katniss doesn't perform well when she knows things.
Mhm. That's very true. But do you think, like, if it goes off of what Emily had said, would he actually try to save PETA this time? Or would he try to save Katniss again? I feel like he would probably ditch PETA again and try to save
Yeah.
Katniss.
Yeah.
Because of the potential she has, even if nothing's going on at that, like in that other alternate world,
Mhm.
he knows what she could do, and that would be hard to pass up.
She's a stronger leader for sure.
Poor PETA. Just never picked once.
The
I
good
would
guys
pick him.
finish last.
But Haymitch knows that's what PETA really wants.
Mhm. I totally forgot about the part where Gail is at her house and she runs back to her house. And
Ugh,
Gail is like, I was wrong. We should have left when you said. And I'm like,
not the
I
time.
hate that. I hate that.
That
That's
whole
so
interaction.
the
He always
audacity.
does too much.
The palpable hatred for that guy that y'all have is
So
deafening.
real.
For reasons.
Well, it's like that's the first thing he says to her. It's not like he hugs her and is like, I'm so sorry, or are you okay, or blah blah blah. It's like, damn it, we should have left when we had the chance. Like, yeah,
He's
no,
selfish.
yeah,
That's his version of you were right. That's pretty kind, you know.
pretty kind. His
Yeah,
version.
but he immediately follows it up with like, okay, well, like, where do we stand? Like, where would we be? Like, talking about hypotheticals.
Yes.
I hate
Ugh.
the amount of time that this man spends on like trying to manipulate her into saying that she's in love with him is
Thank you.
too much.
Mhm.
Disgusting.
Thank you. I feel so seen right now.
It's like Gail's version, like Taylor's version, but Gail's version.
Dude, don't mention her.
What?
Evil.
I am not about to throw hands right now. Do
Yeah,
not.
I'm one of those people that think she's like secretly evil. So yeah, we probably need to skip over that
Yeah,
subject.
let's pass over this because
Yeah, it's
Wait,
not.
which
It won't.
Taylor-
It won't
who
end
are we
well. for
talking
any of
about?
us.
Like Taylor Swift?
You. No, I'm just playing.
For a second, I thought we were, and I was like,
No,
wait,
no, 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 no.
I
And
feel
Taylor
really
with
attacked
my
right
life.
now.
both Taylors.
The evil one.
Every Taylor.
But is it Taylor Swift? Is that who you guys are talking about?
Yeah.
Guilty by
Exactly.
association.
Yeah. And we have the same initials, so
Oh my gosh,
Oh, God.
stop. I'm so jealous.
I'm not.
at
Because anytime I
Oh.
meet new people, they're like, "Oh, like Taylor Swift," and I'm like, "No."
No.
That could get annoying. I could see that.
Yeah.
But anyway, before Chase and I kill each other,
Yeah, it's not.
It's
We
awkward.
should talk about PETA. How he comes in, gets rid of all the liquor,
Mm.
yes.
tells Haymitch and Katniss that they're gonna start acting like careers.
Yes, he is so awesome. This always reminds me of Emily and I talking about if Catching Fire had a montage in the movie.
A montage. This is exactly what I was gonna say.
Oh, I
Yes.
wish. I wish.
The training montage.
I would have loved
It's
that.
like,
So good.
like let's get down to business. You know, that
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make a man out of
Let's
you.
get
song.
down to
It'd be fun to see like
And-
PETA with a whistle, like a gym coach, just like
Oh my
and a
God.
clipboard.
yeah,
Shaking it.
The
Like that
montage we
person.
could have had.
shorts.
I really wish they would have added more things like that because I feel like people who only watch the movies just view PETA as this like sweet little fragile person. And I feel like they should have expanded more on his toughness and perseverance. I don't know.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Wasn't
I
just-
will say, like, this comes right before the reaping.
Mhm.
And I feel like the reaping, like in a cinematic perspective, like the reaping is so emotional. And if we
That's
had
true.
anything like this before the reaping, where it seems like they're in any way prepared to go back into the arena, it wouldn't have hit as hard. And they really
That's true.
increase
I agree.
the emotion of the reaping compared to the book, because in the book it's like a paragraph. It's like super short, and they really did something
Yeah.
amazing with that reaping scene. So
I
yeah.
am not a fan of the reaping scene in Catching Fire.
What?
Would you like to
I'm gonna
know
have to
why?
agree. It's my
It's so okay. There's two main things. One,
Hot
it's so
takes
different
with
from the
Chase.
first one. It doesn't even look like the first one. It's like fall looking. Like everyone's in orange, and it's like what? And second off, why do Prim and all the rest of them get to do the salute and they don't get killed, but everyone else in every other district got killed? Like
True.
that doesn't make sense.
true.
Because you know that
True.
was on camera. So why wouldn't you just go kill them?
They never would have killed Prim in that way, though, I don't think.
That's true.
But they could have killed everyone else around her. I agree. I feel
Oh.
like-
They should have.
Oh, and third
Just
thing,
casually.
that ugly helicopter pilot jumpsuit she wears.
Yeah, I don't like
no.
I don't
God.
I don't
So
like
cute.
her outfit.
What? She looks so cool in it.
I'm not a fan.
See,
Yeah, that's right.
I think just how short the actual book aspect of the reaping is hits a lot stronger than
Yeah.
what's in the movie, because it just I think the way
Mhm.
that Suzanne writes it is just like it's almost like paralyzing. Like Katniss can't do anything, and you
And
just
So
it kinda
cold.
adds to the effect of like this was planned, you guys are going, you have no choice.
Mhm.
Like
There's a lot of shock in that moment.
yeah.
I think it's so short.
it's like just going through the formality of it when it's like you already know you're going.
Mhm.
For sure. I do really like what they added with Effie in the movie, though. Like the endearing looks that she gave Katniss and
Yeah, I
everything.
think that's
Very
why I
much
love it.
Adds a little bit more character depth to Effie.
Okay, I do love like going back to the training that Gail helps them with the training. That's funny. Just picturing those four together, not killing
Awkward.
each other. Yeah, just so uncomfortable.
I love the line,
oh.
although he has love for PETA and Haymitch.
Yeah.
Typical
Definitely
Gale.
not.
Okay, and then last reason as to why we hate Gail. is because during like back going to the training part, Katniss says, if I could have just hated him in the arena, we all wouldn't be in this mess now. He'd be dead and I'd be a happy little victim all by myself. And Gale goes, and where would we be, Katniss? Like,
Oh
Oh my god.
it's just disturbing. It's
I love her response.
Like hunting in the woods. Hunting like every Sunday.
Like every Sunday. I don't know.
And then she follows that up with, Gale knows I chose him over Peeta when I didn't make a run for it. And I'm like, you didn't choose Gale over Peeta. Like, what?
That's a
She
lot.
doesn't know what
you
she's
chose
saying.
you chose to stay and fight. You didn't choose Gale over Peeta.
Mm.
But yes, this brings us to the end of the chapter. Chapter 13. Katniss is left staring out the window, watching District 12 disappear, with all her goodbyes still hanging on her lips. Dun, dun, dun.
I just love how she didn't get to say whatever she wanted to say. Like, the conversation between her and Gale ended early. It like didn't happen at all. And then like the same thing with their conversation and after the first reaping.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Denied.
And then chapter 14, we're going to the Capitol. And I think off of what Emily just said, it's so sad that Katniss has to literally like mourn her family and her loved ones on her own in this train, having no closure whatsoever. Like, I forgot how absolutely unbearable this part is, where she's like, I have to let them go one by one. I'm like, me crying in the corner. Like, it's just so hard.
And how she can't even imagine like bringing herself to write letters to them. Like, so like there really will be nothing else if she dies.
Yeah, like what would you write in a letter? Like one letter. I don't know. And like especially from Katniss's perspective, like what would you say?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I feel like there's just like what can you say? There's nothing to say.
the cheese buns were sweet.
Yeah.
You need
My
to
last
stop,
word.
sir.
I just love that. It's like we get such a short reaping scene, and then there's like 2 whole sentences on like the description of the food in the
Right.
on the table.
Yummy, yummy.
I love that she describes it like there's just silence and you can just hear like the plates like being taken up and like put down.
Mhm.
This is where she tries to make a joke to Haymitch and just like gives her a death stare.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of funny. I forget what she said, but I kind of laughed.
I don't have a lot of notes in this chapter. Just like my next thing is feeling horrible when they talk about Cecilia and like the 2 kids who are clinging to her. I wish they had put that in the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just think about Megs and thinking about like how her life, like she was the victor of the 11th games. Her whole life is just this, I guess, this journey through the Hunger Games, because essentially she was the first tribute ever, or the first victor of the games that we know of. And then to grow up through that, like what was she, like 16 or something like that? I can't remember. To grow up, and then we don't know if she has children. I assume she doesn't have children, but like watching her grow up, become an adult, become an old woman, and then die in the arena again. Like how awful of a cycle that is.
Yeah.
Just so like you feel bad obviously for Katniss and Peeta, but then again, it's like these are people who, like Joanna, thought that they were free for the rest of their lives. But
Definitely.
it's just heartbreaking.
Poor Joanna too. I didn't realize she was like the only option from her district too.
Mm-hmm.
I think what Mags does is noble because she takes Annie's place because it sounds like they chose Annie and the hysterical girl, and then she just volunteers in her place. So she's like, you know what? I lived 80 years. Most people don't even live to my age, so might as well go out on my own terms.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, what? Go ahead. I cut someone off.
I think we're all just agreeing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I was watching Catching Fire this morning, and I mean Phoenix says like there was no way that she would survive anyway. So Megs knows that she's literally signing up for her death.
That line cuts me deep
I know.
in the movie. Like, it's so good. Sam
And
Claflin did a really, really good job with that line, that moment.
Yeah.
And then we get to the most awesome part of the whole trilogy, in my opinion. The second quarter quill.
Dun, dun,
Image's
dun.
games.
I thought you liked the 74th, Holly.
Well, I mean, the 74th games are cool, but if I could have anything out of all of the books, it would be Haymitch's perspective of his games and following his game.
I want to draw everything from it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You should draw Maisley.
I was thinking you said the I thought you were talking about the third quarter quill.
Oh no, I can't stand it. The second quarter quill, though.
Not those wetsuits.
No,
Oh my god. Holy, we gotta fight.
no.
we know what Holly is never cosplaying as.
You could not pay me enough to walk around in a weird like Mormon bathing suit. Essentially, that's what it is.
What?
I'm sorry, but it's true.
I can't.
I would never feel comfortable in that. Let me look this up.
I mean,
You're
at
trying to
least-
upset yourself? What are you doing?
It's so gnarly. Like, how uncomfortable is this?
It's probably very comfortable. Are you
I
kidding?
don't think so.
Yeah,
I feel like it probably is.
Yeah, I'm thinking because it's the future, they probably. So I used to swim competitively, but we had something called tech suits, and they went down to our thighs, and the fabric is just amazing. It's like paper, and it repels water, and it's like $200. They're typically pretty expensive, but they were kind of uncomfortable. But I can just easily imagine them really honing it down to the molecules and just making it like super comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like if you wear leggings, you're already halfway there. I'm just
Exactly.
saying.
But no.
Yes.
I agree with that statement. I'm just looking on Amazon to buy the arena shirt.
Okay, but to be fair, I feel like the NECA shirt is probably not as comfortable as the wetsuits would be, you know? But although the one I have is pretty comfortable, so
Can't be happy. We can't have nice things here.
no.
Oh no, we love the wetsuits.
I like how like the first thing you find when you look this up, like Catching Fire rain outfit, is the tween costume. Like I could never imagine like little Holly doing that.
It'd be cute.
Yeah. HalloweenCostumes.com. You can buy it on Walmart. Anyway, I want to know what Hamish was wearing during his games.
Have you guys ever seen on YouTube? There's like a fan made Hamish games. It's so good.
Immediately,
So
when
good.
you
It's
said that, I was
always
like,
been one of
Mainstay Pro.
the best.
Mainstay Pro changed my life.
So good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That video is so good. It had me crying
They-
from start to finish.
They do Phoenix games too, and it's pretty good.
Mhm.
Yes, I've seen
Yeah.
that too.
I wish that they were still around to do like Ballad. That would be kind of cool.
Oh my gosh. I know, I'm like, make a comeback. Like, well, they're like doing other things, but like go back to your roots.
Of being professionals.
I just think that Hamish's games, like, they just sound so violent and just like a whole nother level than even Katniss and Peeta's.
Yeah, some of the descriptions of like the
Yes.
injuries, like the District 1 girl with her like gouged out eye,
And him running with
him
his
with
intestines.
his intestines,
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Basically,
Holding them
skew it through
in.
the neck. Brr.
Hmm.
the like squirrels like mauling somebody.
yeah.
Gosh. It's like a fear of mine.
Let me just say that like drawing those little squirrels and then just adding the blood spatter, I was like, this feels so unnatural and wrong, but also I'm here for it.
It's interesting that they decide to watch the games.
Yeah.
I mean, like I understand. I would be morbidly curious too.
I want to see what was going on.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like they start watching it and she says that she like loses herself in the 50th Hunger Games. I don't know, it reminds me of that line where she kind of like she's interested, she's morbidly curious, and it like I feel like anybody else in the Capitol, and it reminds me of that line where she wonders like who she would be in the Capitol or like what her thoughts would be. Like
Right.
she would probably just be no different than the majority of the Capitol citizens.
They're all brainwashed, so
Yeah.
I like how Peeta's changed. Like he's changing, and so is Katniss. But the one where Peeta holds out his arms, I walk straight into them. So
Yes.
lately he's been more like a very demanding trainer, always pushing, always insisting. Haymitch and I run faster. So yeah, he's like changing. He's getting more masculine. I like it.
He's so sweet there.
I know, I love that section so much.
It's cute.
And then she was like, I'm not pulling away first.
Right?
He loves him.
I
Gail
love
who?
how she even brings up Gail. Yeah, like I have to say goodbye
Oh,
to
who
Gail.
cares about Gail?
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
I
okay,
never
girl.
have to see him again.
Yeah, she really loves
Which shows
him.
like it's kind of like she only still, had feelings for him because she felt guilty, but now she's like, I
Pressured.
don't never gonna see him again. So now I can just, be with Peeta.
Yeah. Goes to show that like he definitely made her feel guilty and manipulated her to feel bad.
Yeah. Peeta would never.
No,
Amen.
he would not.
And if he did, he would apologize for it afterwards.
Immediately after.
Yeah.
And like mean it too. Yeah.
Mm. What do you
Well,
guys
then
think
she
of
says
Haymitch's
Haymitch was like, oh, that's what I was just gonna say.
Go ahead, Emily.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, what do you think of Haymitch's response in the interview?
Thought it was very Haymitch like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's why I want to see young Haymitch because it would have been awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we get the Mainstay Pro though. Like, I feel like the movie couldn't really top that for me.
Yeah.
Just like they couldn't top the Katniss and Rue
Mhm.
scene. Like, it's not, it doesn't have all the movie elements to it, but I ball watching that video, and I definitely don't with the Rue and Katniss scene in the movie.
Mm.
And they wouldn't have been able to spend like all that time on it that they do. Like, it's like a 12-minute video, so it wouldn't be as good.
They
Also, I
could have
just feel
shown
like-
one of the birds, but
I don't know. I feel like the YouTube video, like since it's so violent and gory, it almost feels more realistic. Like it makes it seem more intense and emotional because it looks so intense.
So is that a fan made video or is that made by the actual movie, but it was like a deleted scene?
Have you not seen it, Taylor?
No.
I'm sending you a link.
Yeah, send it
Okay.
right now. Send it right now.
Get off and watch it right now.
Have a watch along.
Is it official though, like from the movie?
No.
Like
No, it's
No.
fan
Fan
made.
made.
No, it's just fan made.
It's
Okay.
really
It's so
good.
good.
Have you not seen the Katniss and Rue one either?
no.
Or the Finnick and Annie one?
I'm
Oh
sorry,
my
no.
I don't think I've seen
Taylor,
the.
Taylor.
I don't think I've seen the Rue one either.
That was so iconic.
I've seen
think-
the Finnick one where the same guy plays Haymitch, and I didn't really think it was that good. I like the other one better.
Yes, Taylor, you know what you're doing tonight after this.
I just got the link.
I made a whole playlist
Oh,
on my YouTube.
that's a nice picture. It just pops up with the link. Dead
Oh.
person.
Oops.
Yeah, the beginning's kind of
Aw,
random. Like the
Finnick.
opening scene doesn't really make sense, but
No, really emotional though. It's good.
yeah, I mean, I like it. It was just like, who's that girl? Oh yeah, I've never seen the Katniss and Rue one. I'll send it to. I guess that's it. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, Taylor, you got some homework to do.
I'll do it.
You will enjoy it, Taylor.
Yes.
But then I don't know if you guys have anything up until the end of the chapter, but this chapter ending has to be like one of my all-time favorites. And surely two people who have caused the Capitol so much trouble can think of a way to get Peeta home alive.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cool.
The ants and the eyes still beats it, but
Oh, it's so cool because like just how Haymitch responds and walks in, like almost but not quite. I love him. I love his interactions with them.
Isn't quite as dumb as you.
He's just so amazing. And I like that Hamish didn't win his games just because he won his games. He won the games by using the Capitol. And
Mm.
it just makes it easier.
I never really understood why that was a big deal. Like,
I didn't either.
why
until-
would they be mad at that? Who cares? The girl died.
Just makes him look dumb.
Mhm.
It does.
Yeah.
It makes them look. It looks bad on them.
It like thwarts their authority.
Mm.
Because they never intended it to be a weapon, which I never really thought of until I reread it now, to be quite honest.
I just feel like that's a much more epic way to have killed the girl rather than just like fighting her. You throw it into a force field and then it flies back. Like, who? That's a big twist.
Mm.
Force field isn't a part of the games. Like it's never supposed to be. It's a tool to keep
They're
them-
all a piece in the games, Holly.
and the pieces we're trying to get out of the game board. So
Is this Monopoly?
it's Monopoly. So
I've
it's more
never
like
finished a game of
the one with
Monopoly.
the bubble in the middle that you press down. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like
Bubble?
sorry.
Sorry's mentioned in the first season of Survivor. I don't know how that-
Survivor Wrestling.
Speaking of which, are we
Speaking of
watching
which, it comes
Survivor?
on Wednesday. Please, everybody, tune in.
We gotta start the chat back up and get ready to watch Survivor this week.
I know.
Is
but
that
there's
going to be on any
Heather
like
in it.
streaming?
Paramount
Paramount,
Plus.
yeah.
Dang
Let's
Yeah.
all just get a Paramount Plus together.
it.
Dollars.
Yeah, let's just share it.
We'll watch along.
Yes. But yeah, that's it for tonight's chapters. Does anyone else have anything about these chapters? Because next week we're moving on to chapters 15 and 16. And then let me check the calendar, but let's see. Yeah, so next week we're reading chapters 15 and 16. And then the week after, we're not meeting on Monday, but we're having our 10th anniversary Hunger Games watch along on Wednesday, the 23rd. So
What time is that?
7 p.m., same time as always.
Should
Central?
we skip Monday or should we just still do it?
We said we were skipping Monday that week.
I mean, I know, but
We're
what do the
skipping
people
it.
feel?
We're
Wait,
skipping it.
is it 7 your time, Holly, or like right now, like when we would have started?
Oh no, 7 my time.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
I just assumed the whole world's in Central Time, like me.
I assume the whole world's on Mountain Standard Time, so it's fine. But
What even is
Right.
Mountain Standard?
The same as
the
Central.
capital, that's the time. It's the capital's time.
Capital time.
That's it. Yeah, I should call it that from now on. But yes. Join us.
What week are you skipping?
We're skipping the Monday of the 21st.
The 21st.
Okay.
And then instead of doing the read along on the 21st, we're doing the watch along for the 10th anniversary on the 23rd, that Wednesday.
Okay.
So yes, be sure to join us then and check out our newest episode with AJ. And yes, otherwise, any other announcements, anyone? Anything fun? Oh, my phone keeps...
Just waiting for ballad news.
Waiting for ballot and Survivor. Everyone
Survivor,
wants
8
Survivor.
o'clock, Wednesday, CBS, Channel 12. Check your local listings.
Yes.
I think it comes on at 8 here.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
8
Did I
Eastern.
say 8?
Well,
Is it
this is
7
all-
Central?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it is. It's something like that.
Daylight savings is also coming up, so I feel like that's gonna
Oh my God.
completely screw
It's
me up.
Ew.
Emily and I
love
aren't
it.
going to be in the same time zone anymore.
I
It throws me off.
know.
Oh yeah.
A
Wait,
lot
but
of problems that's caused.
Can we just like collectively cancel daylight savings? Wasn't that like a topic of discussion for a while? Because it does nothing.
Did you know
Yes,
that
some
is-
states don't do it.
It's
so
gonna be on
yeah,
the
like
Oh,
Arizona.
Arizona doesn't do it.
I don't think Tennessee does it.
No, it's Hawaii and Arizona.
Oh,
But it's
What
on
y'all do doesn't make any
ballot too,
sense.
so I'm voting to
it's so
get rid of
stupid.
it. I know. So let's
Wait,
all
how are y'all on the same time zone just because of daylight savings? Wouldn't she go back an hour and you go back an hour?
no, because Emily's in Arizona, so she doesn't change at all.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But
I'm sorry. The land of the Grand Canyon.
Big hole.
everyone.
Kind of those states.
All we have is horses, so don't feel that bad.
So stay tuned for the time change.
Holly's got weed, so
I've got weed and I love it over here. But yes.
I passed a train with coal in it today, and I wanted to send you guys a picture, but I was driving. I wanted to be like District 12 vibes.
how West Virginia of you?
I know. Whenever I see the coal trains go by, I'm like, oh, it's like I'm in District 12.
It's like a reward.
It's like a reward.
Yeah, I was at a yield sign too. If someone wouldn't have been behind me, I would have taken a picture. But like honestly,
Oh.
I'm gonna see another one. It's West Virginia. There's gonna be plenty of coal cars. So
I was just like, wait, what are yield signs like known in West Virginia?
what? Are you saying we don't?
Because
know
you
that,
said I
like-
saw a yield. No, you said I saw a yield sign too, and I was like, oh, is that like a thing? Like, or is West Virginia known for its yield signs? I was confused.
Oh.
I
Yes.
was like, that's
are.
odd.
our
I just-
special yield signs.
I can't stop thinking about Chase saying it's like a reward now. So
I'm saving
sounds better than
It's
the
like a
actual
reward.
TikTok audio.
Wait, what? Did I
Like,
miss something?
the TikTok audio where somebody's like, it's like a reward, except it's with Chase saying,
I'm into
sounds so funny. Like, what? Okay.
I'm like suffocating over
There's the joke of the night. You win it, Chase. You win it.
How many weeks in a row has it been?
I feel like
Like,
Chase
really
always wins
clever.
it, to be honest.
Honestly, I didn't even read the chapters again this week. I just came
Like,
in here to
Chase!
list off what
Why
I
would you say
combined
that?
in.
You are out. You're out.
Hey,
We're gonna have to figure out like a
but,
punishment for this.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
I
boy.
know.
You
I'm
didn't
sorry.
even
Hey,
listen
but I did pretty
to the
good. I
girl.
contributed.
What about the audiobook lady?
I just,
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, you
yeah,
gotta
I'll
tell
get back
us.
to her. Well, hopefully she does the accents of the of like Mags and stuff. So we'll see.
What does Meg's accent sound like?
I don't know. They say it's like garbled, but some people speculate that maybe she speaks Spanish since, well, that was when people thought District 4 was near like Texas, but some people thought maybe she spoke another language.
There
And
was
that's why
a-
Katniss couldn't understand her.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Interesting.
There was
Yeah, I
a
remember
line
that
in
too.
this in one of these chapters of Haymitch like mocking Katniss, and I thought of your book girl, like whenever I read that
Oh, I
line.
bet she
Oh,
does
yeah.
it. Gosh, she's so good.
Wish we knew.
If that's you, if that's you, Christine, I'm sorry, but you did good. I don't know if it's you or not.
What?
She-
I'm so lost.
Chase has
Someone
been
explain.
listening to this random girl like 10 years ago who just went and read the books out loud and posted them like clips on YouTube, and that's what he's been using to read the books again.
Oh no, not those ones. Does she have brown hair with bangs?
Oh, we get no visuals. We just get the audio, and it
Oh,
enhances the
okay.
experience.
Stop.
She does some really crazy like impressions and like yells and messes up words. Facade, facade.
You know,
It's
you
an
could always
experience.
listen to the Katniss Chronicles, quality audio
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
it's
think the
also on
impressions are worse on there.
Come on.
Fighting words. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
they're pretty good.
Next
Too
week.
far.
That pause though.
No comment.
I know the Emily face is being made right now.
It was.
Next
I like
week.
it, Emily.
Have your chapters ready, Chase. Listen to your girl.
Don't call on me.
I will. Listen to
We
your
all will.
girl.
Write it down.
So, what was the first word on page 124? Don't ask me something like that because I won't know.
We will ask you. We will all come prepared with questions for you.
Well, I had a busy week this week.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyway.
It's Monday, but it was
Chase
busy.
is like, you should be happy that I'm here.
Okay. Well, we're always happy Chase is here, but thank you, Christine, so much for joining us this week. We appreciate you. It was so great to have you on. And hope to see you on
Yes.
more.
Christine really sounds like a mix of like Emily and Taylor. Sometimes I get confused on who was talking because I had 3 choices to pick from.
Okay, you want to do one?
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for having me, guys. It means a lot. Had fun.
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
Yes. And until next week, have a great week, everyone.
Bye.